INTRO, friendly, nostalgic hook. Remember when cars had real chrome bumpers? When you could stretch out in the back seat like it was your living room couch. And when the car commercial came on TV, man, it wasn't just about selling a car. It was about a lifestyle. The 1950s were full of big dreams, big engines, and even bigger advertising promises. But let's be honest, some of those old car ads, yeah, they wouldn't exactly pass the test today. Whether they were a little too bold, a little too sexist, or just plain unsafe, they're a fascinating window into the past. So today, we're looking at 10 car ads from the 1950s that would never make it on air today. Let's take a ride down memory lane. 1. The car your wife will love when you let her. This real Dodge ad from 1955 had a smiling woman behind the wheel, and the line said, "The car your wife will love to drive when you let her." Yep, you heard that right. Back then, it was played off as cute. Today, it sounds like the punchline to a bad joke. It just shows how much the world has changed. Women weren't just passengers, but in ads like this, that's how it felt. 2. She'll feel prettier in a Plymouth. In 1958, Plymouth told buyers that their new car could literally make a woman feel prettier. Imagine stepping out of your car and thinking, "Wow, I look amazing because I drive a Plymouth." That was the message. They showed elegant ladies in heels and pearls, smiling by the driver's side. Today, it feels a bit silly and more than a little outdated. But at the time, it was a serious sales pitch. 3. For men who drive, not ride. This one's from Chevrolet. Big, bold letters. Built for real men who handle real machines. The guy in the ad looked like he just came off a construction site. Dusty, rugged, tough. Cars weren't just transportation. They were a symbol of masculinity. These days, that kind of macho talk would raise more eyebrows than it would sell cars. 4. Smoke while you drive is built for it. Back in the 50s, car ads proudly showed off their built-in ashtrays and cigarette lighters. One ad even said, "Roomy enough to light up without a worry." You'd see parents smoking up front, kids smiling in the back, windows rolled up tight. Back then, no one batted an eye. Today, that'd be a health ad for what not to do. 5. Perfect for the suburban queen. This one came from a Ford station wagon ad in 1957. The tagline called it the ideal car for suburban queens. And yes, it showed a woman in pearls, unloading groceries from trunk, kids in tow. It painted a picture of the perfect 1950s housewife, managing it all with style. But today, ads like this feel more like time capsules than real-life reflections. 6. Impress the neighbors with a Buick. This Buick campaign basically said, "Buy this car and your neighbors will talk." And that was the whole point, status. Prestige. A big, shiny Buick in the driveway meant you were doing well. In the 50s, appearances mattered a lot. But today, people tend to ask more about mileage and safety than what the neighbors think. 7. Longer, lower, louder, because size matters. Cadillac and Chrysler were all about size. One had bragged that their car was so long, it practically owns the road. They weren't kidding. These cars were massive. No one worried about fuel economy or parking. Now, try squeezing one of those land yachts into a compact space in downtown traffic. 8. Safety? What's safety? In the 1950s, seatbelts weren't even a standard feature. And get this, some ads actually brag about the lack of clutter in the car interior, including seatbelts. One ad even said, "Open space means comfort," while showing a toddler crawling in the back. It's wild to think about now. We've come a long way from lap sitting and dashboard beds. 9. Jet power for mom and dad. Oldsmobile's Rocket 88 ran with a space-age vibe. Jet 8 performance for your driveway. They compared their engines to fighter jets. Because speed sold, it wasn't about practicality. It was about bragging rights. Even family sedans were advertised like drag races. These days, power is still cool, but not when you got 3 kids and a dog in the backseat. 10. The car for America's new empire, the suburbs. This one's less about the car and more about the lifestyle. Some car ads flat out said, "Made for America's next frontier, the suburbs." They showed fresh lawns, tidy homes, white picket fences, and the family car front and center. It sold a dream, but also left a lot of people out of the picture. Looking back now, it's a reminder of both the charm and the complexity of the era. OUTRO, gentle wrap-up. Isn't it wild how much a car ad can tell you about a time in history? They weren't just selling cars. They were selling identity, dreams, and sometimes a whole way of life. Some of it feels warm and nostalgic. Some of it, a little uncomfortable. But all of it is part of the story. If you enjoyed this ride back to the 50s, go ahead and subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Which of these ads did you find the most surprising? And if you grew up in that era, what kind of car did your family drive? Until next time, keep those engines humming and the memories rolling.